Hey, I'm gonna go out to have my daily walk. Look, here's my slabs, and there's a new slab on the end that you're gonna have to tune in to my blog later on to find out what the new slab on the end is. Because I've already recorded my normal daily blog, my blog. This is my walkie blog. Walkies! People of a certain age in the UK will remember that. Walkies! Ooh, it's like that. There was this woman that used to, her name was Barbara something or other. Barbara Woodhouse, I think it was. Barbara Woodhouse. And she used to be a dog trainer, and that was her, she used to have like hand signals as well as like orders for dogs, and that would be walkies like that. Anyway, it's probably a bit earlier. What am I talking about? It's probably a bit busier out here today because I think kids might be finishing school soon. Oh yeah, it's 3 o'clock, so I'm a little bit more nearly 3 o'clock. I'm a little bit later than I have been, but I had to go to the post office to pay some money in. Yeah, and my gas and electricity bill, I had to put some money in there to cover it. Anyway, I might only do one time around today because I've already been to the post office and back, and my back of my ankles are already hurting. My Achilles heels are already aching a bit. We'll see. It's not really cold out. It's all right. It's quite bright as well. The sun's low in the sky, and this time of year, isn't it? So it's right in your face. Yeah, I went to Blinking Post Office earlier on, so I said to pay some money in. I was going to do a bit of shopping. Totally forgot my blinking face mask, didn't I? And there's all these blinking rules in place now for going to shops. So I was standing in the shop with my hat over my face. I took my hat off and put it over my face because I'd already gone so far down the road I didn't want to turn around again and walk back. So I thought, but they were like, yo, you're only 4 people allowed in the shop at the time. So like, we'd all sort of got a lot of people going in the shop, and he was like, oh, you're only 4 people allowed in the shop at the time. So we had to kind of go out and queue on the street instead. Oh well. But he wasn't actually at the door telling people that. Waited till everyone got in there before he told them that to go out. But I suppose they haven't got enough staff. It's no problem. Wow, a load of midges flying around there. Loads of little flying bitey things probably. Anyway, I think I've absolutely exhausted everything I'm ever going to say. Now, my sister and my nephew both commented on my walkie blog, I think on Facebook, trying to reminding me where Mum's ashes are buried. Also, the dog that she got buried with was called Pablo. I forgot that. I couldn't remember the dog's name, but it's only the ashes. But whatever, who cares? Just blathering as always. There's a lot more blackbirds out today, or crows, so quite a lot of them over there. Maybe I'll zoom in on them if I can, just on the other side of the shadow of the are they crows? Oh, that's a potential murder over there. It's a potential murder. A potential murder of crows, I mean. Not like an actual murder. I don't think there's actually been any murders over here. Not that I know of anyway. There's a murder outside my house. Was it a double murder actually? Yeah. I can't remember now. Was it a double murder or just one person? I forget. Well, I'm zoomed in too much there. That was probably quite creepy. Me talking about double murders outside my house while zoomed in like that. Oh dear. Yeah, that was an eventful evening, I must say. But anyway, enough of that. You don't want to hear about that kind of thing. It's only happened once in the whole time I've lived there. It's not like it's a regular occurrence. I suppose one time is too many, to be honest. But anyway, how to get onto that? Yeah, it's quite bright. Not windy today. Not heard a single gust of wind, so hopefully I can be heard something I can be heard at the time that I've got nothing to say. I'm actually listening to one of my podcasts while I'm walking around. High Speed Hangover Podcast. I do a section on my show called From Russia with Metal, where my Russian podomaniac sends me a track from her motherland. I'm listening to the jingle, which is like a metalised version of the Russian national anthem. Yeah, definitely a murder over there. Let's have a look at the murder. Very suspicious. Very suspicious. Try not to get the people in because I don't want to spy on people. But that's definitely a murder going on over there. I'll get away from there because I don't want people thinking I'm filming them. And once again it zoomed straight into my face again. Oh, how scary can I make this? No, it's just blurry, it's not scary. Oh, there we are. Once it gets so close it's like, no, that's enough. Yeah, my mate said I might come Walkies with around here at some point. She's actually going to do it, but she sent me a couple of articles about the history on Wanstead Flats. I've not had a chance to read them yet, but yeah, I will do. I said my nephew contacted me on Facebook as well. He says hopefully when they can get around to visiting us again, we can all go for a walk on the flats. Yay! I can film it from my Walkie blog. This is day 3 of Walkie blog. Nothing to talk about. I need to get some poetry to recite or something like that. That's my favourite poem. My favourite poem, well, the one I remember the easiest as well. It's quite an old poem actually. It's by my little brother. My little brother Stuart. I did a poetry contest in his class when he was in infant school, and I still remember it. Yeah, but it was because what was that? It was nonsense poetry. Because Spike Milligan, you might know Spike Milligan. He was old Irish comedian, but he did a lot of work, British cinema work, British television work. And anyway, so he done some funny poems about what's that one about Edsa in Bedsa. And one day they fired the gun in Edsa and Bedsa was dead, sir, something like that. But yeah, and was it in the Bing Bang Boom where the cows go boom and the I don't know, ducks all wicky wacky woo or something like that. I can't remember. Some crazy poems that he used to do. Anyway, my little brother's poem went, fire is like jumping Marmite, but it ain't brown. That was it, that was his poem. That's probably why it was easy to remember, because it's quite short, quite surreal. But you know, obviously had an impact for me to remember it all this time. You might know what Marmite is. It's a yeast extract spread, similar to Australians' Vegemite. There you go. Now you know. Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad you know that? Yeah, so I only saw the headlines of these articles that my mate Vicky sent me, and apparently prisoners of war were held on Wanstead Flats, where I am now. So I need to look into that more fully, whether they made some kind of camp on the on this field or next field over or field after that. And it does kind of go in that direction as well, up towards Whipps Cross, where there's some more ponds up at Whipps Cross way, and also hospitals there as well. Used to be swimming bars over there, like an open air Lido, back when we were kids. And my mum and my Auntie Anne both used to work as, I think my Auntie Anne was a lifeguard, I think, and my mum was like the attendant for the changing rooms, for the women's changing rooms. Yeah, so all summer long, during the summer holidays, we practically spend every day at this swimming pool. That was quite fun. Let's have a zoom in on the magpie. If I can zoom in on the magpie, and we've got to salute the magpie. Hey, Mr. Magpie, hope your wife is well. Something like that. I can't remember what the actual thing is. It probably isn't even a magpie. I think it is. But we have to salute the magpie. I don't know if you guys do that in your respective countries. It's just a superstitious thing. But my mate, I interviewed on my channel, Tasha Danzig, made like horror writing kind of thing, and I was reading her book of short stories, Underground, which is basically all to do with her album. She brought out an album called Underground for her band Lady Axe, and so she wrote short stories to go with each of the songs on the album. And there was one called Mr. Magpie, about a man who kills a magpie, and and it turns out to be the wife of Mr. Magpie, and he ends up killing his wife. Yeah, so it was all very strange, you know, but based on the old superstition. Isn't it also magpie? Isn't it? It's as the old phrase as well: 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy. I'm sure there's probably more in that rhyme, but I don't know it. I'm kind of tempted to like start approaching people on these walks and saying, "Hey, you got time for a chat?" And just like seeing if they want to, just totally random chatting with people. I'm quite shy, so. But equally, when it's like, have I got a reason for doing it? You know, even if it's just the reason is just for making a silly video. Oh, there's a squirrel over there. Can I zoom in before he goes away? He's on the log. No, he's gone. By the time I zoomed in, he's gone. There's one over there. This is our nature. This is our wildlife. That squirrel's not going to attack me or steal my babies. Oh, kind of weirdly zoomed out on its own then. But anyway, yeah. So that's a grey squirrel, American in origin, I believe, because we used to have red squirrels in the UK, and so I don't know how the American grey squirrel came to the UK. But most of our red squirrels have died out now because of them damn Yankee squirrels. I think they're from America. Anyway, I'm sure that's what I remember hearing. I'm going to look that up now. Or you can tell me in comments. You can tell me in comments. So if I make any statements that I think are fact, you can spell check them for me. Not spell check them, but truth check them. Yeah, go to Snopes or whatever. Go on Wikipedia, do some research for me. So you need to look up, were they crows, what you just saw back there? What's the magpie rhyme? And them grey squirrels originally from America. So this is the one occasion where grey is not good. Normally grey is awesome. Normally, in fact, grey is absolutely the best. Oh, there's the, well, I was trying to find, well, I wasn't really trying to find, but I mentioned where my mum's ashes were buried. And I see the spot, but there's someone standing right next to it, right in between the two trees. And I don't want to zoom in on them because the last thing I want is people thinking that I'm really trying to film them, because that, you know, weirdo. my mate Vicky was trying to get to come have a walk with us. She actually shared my video up on YouTube, not on YouTube, on Facebook, my YouTube video on Facebook, and she says, you might spot him on Wanstead Flats. So people have been warned. People have been warned I'm out here. Yeah, a person just stood there in the middle of the field, right by the trees that I wanted to film, on their phone, I think. So I won't zoom in. Mind you, I think they're facing the other way, but whatever. Never mind. Well, I'm not sure if I want to go around again or not. I'm going to turn the camera off for a bit because I've talked far too long already. Did I talk all the way around that time about absolutely nothing? Probably did. Never mind. Yeah, I'll turn the camera back on to say goodbye. unless I think of anything else to talk about. Anyway, talk to you soon. So I was debating whether to go round twice. I was like, oh yeah, I've got to go round twice, you know, otherwise I'm going to start shirking. But to be honest, my feet are aching because I've been to the post office, so it's actually the back of my heels. I started walking around again the second time, got like this far. Let me show you how far I got, up to the flats. These flats are called Fred Wigg and John Walsh Towers, by the way, in case I was interested. And I just looked at it, I thought, because I've got to go to the shop to buy some lunch as well, and my feet are already killing me. So I just walked here, and I'm going to walk back again. So not 2 laps today, but so I've already been to the post office and back, and yeah, I want to. So I've done 2 laps really when you count the post office and back, and I'm about to go to the shop and back. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm counting that as 2 laps. It's a walk anyway. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow I haven't got any other journeys to go on. I'll do 2 proper rotations, and yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to talk about though. My mate Lindsay says he's going to come for a walk with us one day, but he's kind of like, it's like most people in life. You say you're going to do stuff, and you want to do stuff, and you mean to do it, and you're well intentioned when you say it, but then it never happens because of reasons. Yeah, I think we all do it. We all sort of want to do stuff, and then we don't get round to it, or we don't make the time for it, you know? So I'm not blaming anyone for that, it's just the way things are, really. Let's put the camera on that side, so you get the sunny side of my face rather than the dark side of the face. Here's the dark side. This is the bright side of life. Which do you prefer? So let's get all poetic now. So often we try to look on the bright side, but the dark side is always in the back of our minds, making us feel negative. Right, I'm going to turn the camera off now because there's people walking their kids home from school and that, and coming out towards people, and people probably already think I'm nutcases by looking at me, so I don't want to reinforce it by talking to myself. So I'm out of here, but back tomorrow for another walkie. Cheers for watching.